All right, Aquarius, here we go. March 2026, the 11th stop in my 12-stop Zodiac fly-through. Remember, you don't have to be an Aquarius here. This ain't your horoscope, and I'm not your fucking astrologer. Just straight-up energy reading. Just split the cycle into 12 pieces. And there's the Five of Swords again. Five of Swords, your theme energy for the pyramid I'm going to pull is Five Swords fueled by 8 Pentacles. It's, it seems to... what the hell is it? Here Comes My Girl by Tom Petty. You know, it seems so useless to have to work so hard and nothing ever really seemed to come from it. Right? It's one of the lyrics from the song. It's a bit here. You feel like you've put in a lot of work and nothing's come from it. I think something's about to come from it. Right? You feel like it's all been in vain. 10 swords. 10s lead to something. That's the end, dead end. It leads to a new beginning. Yeah, things have been working for you. You put in some work here. You've done something. I don't know. Something's about to come from it. And then she looks me in the eye. Right. Okay, here we go. He or she, you could change it. It could be he, here comes my guy. Whatever you want to do. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Stretches from about right now, right up through about the beginning of Taurus season, with March right down the middle of that. All right? These are the energies that are here. Pay attention to my monthly overview and read the damn write-up for the month for sure. This is a tricky one. Things come at you fast in March. Changes, consequences, things, slap back. Energy slap back is pretty strong. Like a rubber band breaking in your face kind of thing, a little bit. Might be. The Magician at the bottom here. It's the overall energy of our pyramid. What's under it? The Queen of Wands. Yeah. You've somehow made yourself more attractive to somebody. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you meant to. You've made yourself more attractive to somebody. Maybe the work you've been putting in is I don't know, some sort of a scent you're trying to get for yourself. I don't know. You've made yourself more attractive to somebody. Yeah, you have. You've made yourself more attractive to attracting soulmates, I guess. I don't know. Or somebody. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe you started a new job. You tried on new clothes, new makeup. Started walking around naked more. I don't know. You've made yourself more attractive to somebody. Right here, how they feel about you is here. Whoever this somebody is, it is somebody. It might be something. It could be a job or something like that, an employer. I don't know. Walking around naked will do that, I suppose. I mean, it'll get you a job too, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. Just catch my drift here. But you know what I mean. So, but I'm reading it as somebody. Doesn't have to be. Maybe you just made yourself more attractive to a potential employer that didn't want you before, but now suddenly they're interested. Okay, I don't know. How they feel about you is here. How they see you, what they think about you is here. The potential final outcome is here. I say potential because I can't predict free will. Nobody can. I'll clarify whatever I think needs clarifying. All right, let's go. Maybe even throw some universe cards at the end. I don't know. Page of Pentacles. See, they learned something. You made yourself more attractive to them. Maybe you made more information about you out there. I don't know. To them. I don't know. You updated your resume, so to speak, energetically or physically. Page of Wands and the Six of Swords. How they feel about you. Somebody feels like you'd be fun. Maybe you weren't fun before. Were you not coming across as fun before? I don't know. Somebody feels like you might be fun. That's kind of what I get. Because of something they learned. We'll pull on that. We'll pull on something they learned. Right? Okay? Maybe we'll pull on that too. What are they thinking about you? 3 Swords. What else? The 5 of Cups. You see, you picking up a theme here? Just look at the pictures. 3 Swords and 5 Cups. 2 cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. Both of them back to back. And what they think about you. I think this is somebody. Look, don't shoot the messenger. It's just the way the energy reads. It might be future influence for you. Okay? Sometimes we rub people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even a job, we can rub it the wrong way. And then later try again and you get the job. This is somebody who sees that you have a soul. They suddenly realize that you're a person with feelings. They suddenly feel sympathy and empathy and all kinds of things for you. They probably thought that you lacked emotion at some point. I don't know. They see you in a whole new light. You know, this can happen. Maybe you cried in front of somebody for the first time. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's what the energy reads. They're surprised by these energies. These energies are informing them. And they think they can help you. They think they can smooth things out for you. They also think you'd be fun to hang out with. The one thing they didn't like about you, they find out isn't there. They might have thought you didn't have a heart. Now they see you do. I don't know why they would have thought that. But you'd be surprised what people think. Okay? You really would. People are pretty judgy. All right? Bible says not to. People do it anyway. People are pretty damn judgy, I will tell you. Go out and read reviews on Yelp or on Amazon. You'll see it all over the place. You know. It's why most people don't write professional reviews, right? You know what I'm saying? Potential final outcome here. Read with that. The Four of Cups. They weren't interested before. But this is your final outcome. I'm telling you, they weren't interested before. Now they think you might be fun. And again, they didn't think... I'm just keeping it on them for a second. They didn't think you were someone who would be interested in what they had to offer or whatever. They're just somewhat... They thought you were a dick. I guess. I don't know. I could phrase it like that. But the potential final outcome for you is you're not interested. This might be a month where people figure out that... I'll phrase it this way. And I've had times in my life like this. All of a sudden... Right? You're attractive to somebody. Well, too fucking bad. I've had moments like this in my life where people think you're an asshole and then they figure out, whoa, that person's really cool. Right? Usually it's when they figure out that you could do something for them. Or you can do something that they didn't know you could do that they think is cool. Right? That kind of a thing. Whatever it is. Somebody, I'm going to phrase it this way. Somebody thought you were, a heartless dick at some point. Now all of a sudden they figure out you're not and you might be fun. And oh, you got a pretty hot ass too. Might be a lot of fun to hang out. And they might be able to help you out and you might be able to help them out. They feel like you might smooth something out for them as well. And I think you're like, you know what? I was never a dick. I always had a heart. I was always this person. It's sorry it took you so long to figure out. But I got frogs to go look at by the pond. Bye-bye. Okay? It's a bit of that. All right? A little bit. A little bit. And I've had moments like this in my life. I can dig it. Knock yourself out. Let's take a look at what they figured out. All right, let's go. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. What do we get? What do we got here? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. All right. Here we go. We ready? I'm ready. That was at the bottom when I picked it up. It just came back around. The Knight of Wands. They figured out, I'm going to phrase it this way. I could talk about speed and this. That. They figured out you're more like them than they realized. Okay? Can I put it that way? That you're peas in a pod. Or that you benefit them in some way. The Four of Wands. Yeah, I believe that. Why is that here? Yeah, that you benefit them in some way. It's what I said earlier. I read it more off of this, but it's showing up over here. That's what they learned. They learned that there's some benefit to knowing you. They get to the right parties is the energy I get off of this. My party girl's older sister going to these parties. Right? But she gets the invite. Why? Well, look at how she dresses. Look at those tits. She's coming to my party any fucking time. And I tell you what, again, I'm not too far off here. You just got to catch my drift, right? And you're like, yeah, well, I was always a good person. I always had a heart. I was always awesome. It's too bad you didn't notice it before. Now they notice it in an opportunistic way, though. I feel it is opportunistic. I do. Oh, I do. I absolutely do. Four of Pentacles. This is this fear and holding back is bookending this Page of Pentacles. And they again, they were always holding back. This is somebody who's been standoffish to you. Somebody, maybe you even tried at one point. I believe you did. That might be part of that. You tried to get close to this person at one point. They just wouldn't give you anything. They wouldn't open up. I mean, how many times are you going to try to be somebody's friend before you just start to look desperate, right? You know, that kind of a thing. 6 Swords, why is it here? Let's see what you can do for them. Ask not what you can do, what I can do for you, but what you can do for me. Right? This is kind of a backwards sort of a thing. Let's see where we're at. In this case, I suppose, not the right direction. What will we get here? We got a couple of cards we got a card that went backwards. Now, I don't know which is which. I got to find out. I got to pull the top card first. All right, so this is wanting to pull reversed. They're coming off the 4 of Cups. This is weird because I've got one here. I had one that was reversed, and now and so I didn't know which way to go. So usually the bottom is reversed for me, and then I pull. So that's what I'm doing. I've got the 4 of Cups reversed here, all right, and I've got the Lovers. And at the bottom, I've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it basically just says somebody who was disinterested is now interested. All right? They were disinterested. The environmental energy was they gave you a pass. And now they like your ass. Okay, I had to come up with a rhyme. They gave you a pass, and now they like your ass. All right? There you go. I do think they thought you didn't have a heart or didn't have feelings or didn't consider your feelings. I do think that. It does read that way. I'm more interested. What's interesting is the way they came out, and I explained why that's reversed. I showed you, right? I wanted to give you some transparency. It's interesting that the universe, this is why I love tarot. It's such a great medium. The universe finagled it. The energy finagled it so that I would pull. It had this weird Queen of Pentacles, which I've since put upright. But it was reversed, but it was confusing to me. I didn't know. How did that get reversed? How's one card, well, you know, whatever. So that I would pull this reversed. So to show that this is somebody here who all of a sudden now is interested. Someone who once gave you a pass. And now you're the one. It had to come out that way. Because now you're the one who's not interested. Right there. That's upright. Now it's upright for you. That's what I'm saying. Tell me about the 4 of Cups. Why is it here? That's all we need. I do think you'd be fun. These are read together. You know. I was always fun. It's too bad you didn't see it before. I was always great. Too bad you didn't see it before. Always had a great ass. Too bad you didn't see it before. I always had a heart. Too bad you didn't see it before. I don't know. I don't think this person's gone on any dark night of the soul. I just think there's someone, the way the energy reads, there's someone who's figured out you can do something for them. You do something that they need. Whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe they got horses and you could shoot hay out your ass. I have no idea. Oh my God, look at that. What a great friend to have that would be. Right? Let's bring over Steve's viewer. We'll get some free food. I don't know. I have no idea. With me, it's often I can fix cars. That's the big one. You know, people think it's cool that I can play guitar. They like that. Nobody knows about the tarot. I don't mention that because most people just think this is kooky. So I don't bother with that. And no one would suspect I do anything with tarot when talking to me. Nobody at all. I mean, if I told them you could knock them over with a fucking feather. You know, it's like, oh, what? You know. But it's usually the car repair. That'll get you. Oh, all of a sudden, I'm everybody's best buddy. They warm up to you first a little bit. And then they happen to mention, I got a 86 Trans Am. It's running real. Okay. Right. All of a sudden. I don't think that's what's going on here for you, but I do think emotionally, I think suddenly somebody, it's sort of like an energy. I got this in a Scorpio reading once, I remember. It was somebody who, sometimes you dress, you know, in like business clothes. People don't realize that you got a hot body, right? That kind of a thing, especially if you're like real skinny. If you're like a real small, skinny person, whether you're a guy or a girl, and you're just wearing regular clothes, people don't realize that you might have six-pack abs and a pretty hot bod until they see you at the beach or something like that. And then all of a sudden, somebody's interested in you. Well, your attitude is like, if you weren't interested in me before you knew that, then I'm not interested in you now. It's crossed by the 8 of Cups. You're giving it a pass. Sorry. I mean, I'm right. 8 of Cups, you're giving it a pass in the environmental energy. I hear you. 5 of Swords. It's bittersweet because you do kind of like this person and you did try to get their attention at some time. We're getting this a lot from different decks. It's all over the place. Why is that here? King of Pentacles. Again, you're looking for real friends. This is a real king. This is a loved king. This is a stable energy. This isn't stable to you, right? Oh, so you saw that you saw that I look good in my bikini or my Speedo, right? Even though the S fell off and it says pedo. Still, I looked good in it. You know, people were moving away from me. But, you know, at the end of the day here, you're looking for stability. You're looking for real friends, real love, right? You want someone who likes you in a clown suit with clown makeup on. They don't care what you look like. And then they're blown away when you take the clown suit off. You're not interested. That's your reading. But it is interesting. It is bittersweet with the 5 of Swords because you did want, whoever this is, you did want their attention at some time. I believe it. I believe they blew you off. It works in the other direction too. If you're really big, like a bodybuilder. Bodybuilder guys, right, for example, they get the big 20-inch biceps and the big whatever. Sometimes when they wear regular clothes, they look out of shape. They look like they need to drop a few pounds sometimes, right? And then they go to the beach, they rip the shirt off, and it's the fucking Hulk underneath there. You're like, I had no idea. Like, that's why they wear polo shirts a lot, I guess. So you could you get both. You know, the polo shirt is like the mullet of clothes, where the mullet is business in the front and party in the back. The polo shirt is, you know, I could wear it for business, but you could see that I pump iron, right? That kind of thing. I don't know. Either way, you're not impressed, whereas maybe you once tried to get this person. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.